And welcome to RSF1's F4 division. We are here for round number 2 of the season. It is the Bahrain Grand Prix at the Bahrain International Circuit. My name is RSF1 Brundle, and I am joined, like last week and for the rest of this season, Vettel SF71. Good evening, Vettel. And if last night is anything to go, if last night is anything to go by with F2. We're in for an absolute cracker of a race. No pressure, F4. Right, so away we go. The first floodlit race of the season. So this should be interesting. Obviously, the other two being Singapore and Abu Dhabi later in the year. So this should be quite interesting. Shouldn't be any rain, but you never know, especially with Raikkonen hosting these days. But yeah, let's get things underway as the drivers head out now. So interesting race obviously we had last week, Vettel. Quite competitive. Obviously a few people need to recover because they didn't get any points when necessarily they thought they could or would have done. So a lot of people need to sort of regroup. Also, a lot of people want to carry on momentum because momentum is a huge thing in league racing, isn't it? So a few people got some big races tonight, don't they?
Yeah, it's all about keeping it consistent for a season.
Yeah, all good. Any in particular drivers you're looking out for? Obviously we had Kid Cudi who won last time out.
Laser guns is fun.
Oh, already. Okay. Yeah, any drivers you're particularly looking at this week? But obviously it's still early days for pecking order, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'd probably have to go with last week's race winner. Kid Cudi.
Is it you calling it Cudi? I'd call him Cuddy.
I don't think it matters.
No, not really. One thing we do need to point out straight away, the elephant in the room, and that is we do have a race ban in effect, and that is Joshua in the McLaren, unfortunately. He got caught corner cutting on his outlap to get back round in time, and that this season is a rule that you must not break because penalty is race ban. So he will not be racing here tonight. In place of him is a reserve driver for F4, Fun 28 Dog. I'm going to call him Fun Dog for short. We also have another reserve in tonight of CCR Weber. He'll be in the Ferrari. He's the lone Ferrari tonight, and my bias is going to come through immediately. We have a reserve driver carrying the Tifosi tonight by himself. Hey, I'm sure we'll do fine. We'll do perfectly fine. But yeah, those are the two new drivers. We have 19 here tonight, so we are just missing the one Ferrari of Bennett, but we're also missing wobbles of them. So 19 and already.
I'm hoping to not see too many Forza Ferraris in the chat.
It depends how Webber's getting on tonight, I guess. We'll see, because they only seem to say it if an overtake or if they're leading. There we go. Yeah, good race last time out in Australia. Kid Cudi that we're on board with now in the Red Bull came through with the race victory. Just fought off second place Daniel P45 in the Haas. Was very good on his strategy and very good fought race victory, and obviously, as we said, so he can carry on the momentum that he brought. Daniel P45, as I said, was second in the Haas. He has interestingly gone out on the hard tyres to begin with in this Q1 session. Third place was Quaker Oats in the Red Bull. Now, Quaker Oats did get a 15-second penalty for an incident that he had during last week's race, but fortunately for him, he kept his third place. So a little bit fortunate for that, but it meant he kept his result, which capped off a good night for Red Bull. Fourth place was RSF1 Jr., our driver of the day last time out. He recovered from an incident in the first lap. Fifth place was Monster Skyline in the Renault. Had a good first race back after he hasn't raced in a season or so. Then it was Raikkonen in the Alfa Romeo, followed by the other Renault of Porter. Scotsman was 8th in the the Haas, sorry. 9th place with 2 points was Bodda, and Tedist picked up the last point for the team, which obviously it means for the constructors, obviously early days, but Red Bull picked up 40 points for the first and third. They lead the way with Haas on 22 and Renault 16. It's early days though, so here they come through. What do you think about Daniel being on the hard tyres there, Vettel in Q1? Interesting call. Is he trying to save tyres though, do you reckon?
I imagine it's more of a sighting lap, but personally I think it's a bit of a waste of hard tyres, because they can be very useful. Especially if, let's say you got in Q1 or 2. I'd say starting on hards is probably a better strategy than mediums, because you'll be then really quick at the end of the race.
Yeah, of course. Skyline also on the hard tyres, but he's yet to venture out of the garage. Already we're seeing how close the qualifying is, and that's the plus point of this track, Vettel, isn't it? It's so, for some reason, and there are quite a few mistakes you can make around this track, a couple very tricky corners. Qualifying around here is always very, very close. Don't know why that is, but it's just the way it is. It's what makes Bahrain so special. As Kid Cudi, he's carrying on that form, goes provisional fastest of the session, a 28.4 on the soft tyres.
What sort of times are you expecting, Brundle?
What was... remember what F2 pole was? 27.3 was F2 pole. And the other thing around Bahrain as well, when you have multi-tiers in leagues, is the cut-off between each. Like pole time of F1 is close to pole time of F2 and F3 and so on. This is F4, so I'm thinking probably mid 27, 27.6, 27.7 probably.
That's what I was thinking, around about there.
I'm definitely expecting 1 or 2, maybe more, to be in the 27s. I mean, they're doing 28s already, and this is Q1. So, Evil comes over, goes 10 for 29.7. Any of the new drivers out? Ah, here we go. McLaren of Fundog. There he goes. I found this driver a couple of days ago, very keen. He's a Gillingham supporter, for any other Gillingham fans out there, so interesting little fact from him. Let's hope he has a good first time out. But of course we've got CCR Webber in the Ferrari just coming through as well. So far so good. 9 minutes to go, 26 viewers already. Fantastic stuff, so thank you very much for watching us. Beginning of Q1. As I believe, yeah, Raikkonen has improved to 28.6 in the Alpha there, doing multiple laps on his soft tyres, so good strategy from him. Now, one driver that we are looking at, but maybe for a different reason, is Bodda Vessel, and he messaged you earlier today his thoughts, and he messaged me as well, but I'll go with you on this. He's not very confident about this track, is he, tonight?
No, I don't think he is. He's still doing the no assists. He says think he might struggle to get out of Q1. And he's hitting turn 10 which I think everybody does. That downhill left-hander, it's so easy to lock the fronts up there and spin.
Yeah,
You believe
more,
it's
more
a
to do with.
one-stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more to do the braking that double left-hander. So obviously you have to turn and brake. Cecil Weber 28-1 in the Ferrari. Well, that's going to start the Forza Ferrari chance. Jeez.
Yeah.
3 temps. By the way, this is not a driver I found. Just pointing that out. There. So Cecil Weber already showing his pace there. Not meant to let them out already. Too early. Anyway, 28-1 there for him. Fondog, I think, he's done a 33.3. Bit of a sighter lap, I think, that for him. Skyline is another one on the hards, just coming through now. Yeah.
He's going on the lap now.
Skyline coming through. Invalid 31.6. Would have been quick enough, I don't think. Oh, Porter's out. Where is that? Second and third sector. Is anyone close to there?
Ah, he's crashed
Where is
out.
that? Oh.
Raikkonen.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, Raikkonen was going slow. I don't think Raikkonen crashed though.
No.
Portis, that is penultimate corner. It's that ice curb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Touch that curb on the inside. Touch that curb on the inside, even a little bit, and he's through. That's a real shame for Porter. 29-1. I think he would have been safely through with that as well. So not good for him. Botta improves to 30.7. He's getting there, Botta. So all good.
His tyres won't be doing too well. 4 laps. It's quite harsh on tyres, Bahrain.
Yeah, very much so. Else, obviously, remember we're looking at the bottom 4, 16, 17, 18 and 19 to be eliminated for Q1. See, the thing is with Botta as well, is that again with this no assists, he is only going to get quicker over the season once he gets used to it. It is a well-known fact that if you run no assists, you are quicker if you run assists, even if it's like a few. Skyline goes to a 30.2 on the hard dies, decent time there. This Weber is already safe, very safe at that time. 27, or 28 one. I keep thinking it's a 27. And this goes up there. I think that for a few people in this lobby, Vettel, that's gonna make him sit up and take note that this guy means business already.
I'd have thought so. That is quite a big gap. I believe Kid Cuddy is on a flying lap now.
Doesn't need to, Kid Cuddy. Already safely through. Diving though also on and out that 5 minutes to go, so still plenty of time here. Zombie Head in a little bit of trouble as well, 14th. Pettis keeps jumping in and out several times. Hopefully he can sort that out. Hopefully he's not going to get any problems. Something else I just noticed with the times there. Scotsman and Daniel exactly the same time in a half team there. 28.664.
Pretty good lap as well. I think they'll both be happy with that.
Yeah, equal drivers and all that. Exactly the same time. Another thing as well, do you reckon we're going to see slipstreaming? There was a bit of that last night in the F2 race, but do you reckon we'll see this tonight in F1? It's a difficult place really to slipstream, I feel, though.
Depends what part of the track you're on, really. The first straight is pretty easy to slipstream with a teammate, but then after that, I wouldn't bother really. the margins were pretty minimal.
But yeah, the flag set to 2 and 3. Or retiring, it's probably someone on a slow lap. Breakwate's in a little bit of danger, P11 as well. Third last time out. Pole position, I believe, was Kid Cudi's last time.
Yes, it was. Borders on a fresh set of softs.
Yeah, Skyline as well. Onto a set of softs. Go much quicker as well. Tom Eco. That's in the pits. 28.6. Yeah, I feel that should be alright. I think, by the looks of it, getting to 28s, I think you're safe through to Q2. Let's see what Vibing Low can do. Didn't get any points last time out for the Williams. Let's see if he can have a good result. He DNF'd actually. Goes 6th on a 28.6, so he's up there with the top group. Just sneaks ahead of the two Haas boys, who are both out on out laps.
I would have thought they'd need to.
Yeah, very... Oh, there's a McLaren spinning. Oh, it's Fun Dog.
Fun Dog.
He's not having a good time. Yet to set a appropriate lap at the moment. Not having a good time so far. Still got enough time to get around again. Bottas on another lap as well. Skyline on an out lap. Zombie Head is on a lap and 2.5 tenths up. Primus going out. Primus might be in danger if he stays in the pits there.
I don't think he can do another lap in this time.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Unless he goes out now, so Primus might be a little bit of danger. We had a 10th for the third up, he's lost a bit of time. Let's see. He's got to find a couple more tenths. Really?
Yeah. Primus is getting out of time.
Von Dog's retired. Was that on track? That looks like to be on track to me. Set to 1. Look. Let's see, Bodo is a second up on his time. He might actually be setting a good lap here. He wasn't confident going into this. Goes 14.
He got him.
Primus is on an out lap. Primus nowhere near going to get back out or get round.
Eagles on a lap. I think everyone is.
Yeah, Primus is on an out lap, but he's 30 seconds left. And he's just going through turns 6 and 7. No, there's no way. No way. So, we're down to these 3. Skyline, Zombie, and Eagle. With Bottas sets a 29.4. Done all that he can, I feel. From Skyline. Goes 12th.
Bottas out.
Primus down. Yeah. Well, I think Bottas on the lap, though.
Oh, has he got enough ERS though?
Zombie heads out. He's down on his time, so that's it. It's down to Eagle and Bodda.
Yeah, Eagle's
Porter's car.
backed up.
Porter's car might actually go through, even though he crashed. Although Bodda is a 10th up. Same as last week. Same as last week. This is. Bodda was one of the last across the line. Let's see if he gets through to Q2. Takes it round the final corner now. All he's got to do is find a 10.5. Is it enough? No. Improved a little bit. And Eagles slowed. So that's it. So we are going to actually have 14 in the next session, Vettel, because Porter's time, weirdly enough, still put him 15th. Both McLarens 17th and 19th they will start. The the alpha of Zombie Head will be in between. And Bodder, last week he just got into Q2. This time he was a 10th and a half off, but still, I reckon he still could be relatively happy with that. Despite considering the circumstances, obviously he's still learning with the no assists.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him later on in the season, though. I think he could really be up there.
Yeah, should be very formidable. Oh no, not that again. I've got the thing with the you know the XP thing, the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuck. God damn it. Right, so there we are. CCR Rubber.
Read the times up.
Yeah, go ahead.
First, we have CCR RL Weber with a 128.1. Second, we have Kid Cuddy with a 28.4. Third, we have Loogie with a 28.5.
I don't think this sound is going to stop until, yeah, you're going to have to invite me back. I could just join back. And this ain't going to stop unless I stop the game, is it?
Don't think so.
Hang on. Right, apologies. For that, guys. Yeah, just waiting until I've got into it. Restarted the game. Right, apologies for this, guys, but I should be back into the session momentarily. Obviously, I couldn't have that sound going constantly. Would have been really annoying. Come on, come on, come on. There we are. Into Q2 we go. Yeah, if you're going to invite Eagle if you haven't already. Right, should be able to see now. Hopefully I don't get that sound again as we go through the sessions. Right, here we are. Sweet. Lagged a little bit and we're back. Fantastic. Is you invited Eagle, or is he not joining?
Yeah, I have.
It's not like they don't have to join if they don't want to, but if they don't, obviously we need to carry on. Right, 12.5 minutes to go. Lots of strategy all over the place, Vettel. So, laser guns on hard tyres, Daniel on hards, Monster and Skyline on hard tyres, mediums for Cuddy and Primus, Raikkonen and Quaker, the rest on softs. Interesting.
Okay, I wouldn't have thought softs would be a one stop.
I believe Schumacher did the one stop, softs to hards. Only problem was, and I knew that because I was battling with him, he didn't really have much to defend. And you would have to defend with that strategy.
I believe he had wing damage as well.
Yeah. So it is possible, softs to hards, but as I said, you'd have to be very good on your tyre wear, and very consistent and don't get in the battles. So interesting. Mediums to hards would be ideal, I feel, because that's the strategy I did, and I had a lot of obviously tyre wear to play with, so you can be aggressive on them. Also, you're going to do hards to mediums, or by the way, hards to soft is not possible unless you are a demon at tyre wear, as I found out in the earlier social. But time's flooding in now. 29.2 for Raikkonen and 29.3 for Primus on mediums. Hard tyres all in the 30s. Vibing and Junior little sighters on the soft tyres though.
Weber's out with the soft tyres on.
Yeah, interesting. One thing I would say, if you do start on softs, just do 1 lap on them in qualifying. If you do 2 laps, no. You'll be really struggling in the race to get to your acquired lap. Let's see. Good Cuddy on mediums. Yeah, different strategies to the front runners. 29.3 for Quaker. Splits the front two. Cuddy's back in. Okay. Ideal. Webber has a Red Bull in front of him.
Quaker Oats.
Yeah. Quaker Oats is on the lap. So he's not... Wait, is he on a proper full beans lap? He is. Just get back on him. So this is Webber's doing if he catches him. Not really catching him that much though. It must be the dirty air behind that Red Bull. Right, who else is on one? Lugi and the Mercedes is on a lap as well. Eco. Knotsman's in. Goes in as well. Fire set to 3. Ooh. It's Quake. Yeah, Quake's made a mistake in his lap. Put Seesaw Rebel off a little bit, so he went wide. As well, but let's see if Webber comes through. Be hoping to get well into the 28s, I would think. Oh, he's back wide off. Oh. Interesting. Back well off. 1997.
You might not want to start on the softs.
Is that a thing saying, oh, I can now see what most of the guys can do on mediums?
I think so, yeah.
So risky. Very risky, because if he invalids on his medium lap, unwanted pressure. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, Lugi, whoa, 28.9 in the Mercedes. Very nice lap on the medium tyres there. Very good.
3/10 clear at the moment.
Of course, this is a redemption race for Lugi as well in that Mercedes. Obviously had that incident with Porter last time out, if you remember. He did get a penalty for it. Didn't get a time penalty, but he got penalty points on his license, which obviously if you accumulate those over a season, they will come back to bite you. So he definitely has a bit to prove in this race. That is going some if you want to go there. Right, so everyone pretty much on laps now. And what I've noticed is that all those that were on hard tyres have gone to mediums. So now at the moment we've only got Webber and Pedis effectively starting on softs. If Tedis follows through that soft strategy.
I don't think Tennis is back in the lobby.
Shall we join back in? He has dropped out several times. Maybe he's been told that's it, potentially. which would be a shame, but obviously we can't have him in if he's continuing. Tom Eco, 29 flat in the Toro Rosso. Nice. Front runners are coming to...
I think the track acclimatization is starting to come in there.
Everyone on mediums now as well. So much for the strategies all over the place. Everyone knows. Mediums. All starting on mediums. Unless you're outside the top 10. Even Webber's coming out on them now as well.
Yeah, Daniel's spun.
Yeah, on the back straight. Who's on a lap now? Vibing. Junior's on the lap as well. Scotsman's just going to come through into the last corner. Hoping to get near. This thing going to be... It's a 29.8. Goes 8th. Oh, Wobbles is in. Oh, we're gonna have a full grid. We have another Ferrari. Yes. We're gonna have 2. Start at the back though. Jeez. Right. Wobbles is in. Who's that gone up? Kid Cudi? No. Skyline.
Yeah,
Skyline got 2nd.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Junior's on the
9.
the back straight at the moment.
Vibing low, 29.2 on the Williams. This is going to be quite close, I reckon, for top 10. There's Junior, 29.1. Oh. 10th, covering about 5 of them so far.
Yeah, this is where the fine margins come in.
Daniel to 13th, so both fast drivers under pressure. Scotsman went a little bit wide. In that corner, oh, he's not on a lap, so it's fine.
Weber's on a lap.
Yeah. Laser still in the pit. Still 4 minutes to go. Felt like the session had gone much further, but still plenty of time. Scotsman Blazer back into the pits. Primus is interestingly put on the soft tyres. He's in 9th, so it's in a little bit of danger. Yugi also just looking at the soft tyres, not going out of them just yet. Seen. So Webber's back on an outlap again. Might have invalid. Potentially. Daniel was on the lap, even though he said outlap for me. Goes 10th on the 29.5.
I do believe Weber is on a lap.
It says outlap for me. It's probably got to left. Joins like midway through. He keeps saying outlap for me when they're not. Let's see. What happens if I turn it off? No, we'll just see what he's on. Base setter of Q1. Let's see what he can do. 28. Wow. Okay. 28.4.
Okay, that's
Blimey.
that's a scary margin.
Daddy goes 2nd. 3.5 tenths behind. Okay. We have a quick one on our hands. By the looks of it tonight, he seems to be on it.
Anything can happen in the race.
Of course. Of course. I should be happy though. I should be happy. My bias is coming through as a Ferrari at the top. But as a neutral, I want competition. At the moment, if someone comes through, he looks to be on it today. But Daniel's under pressure here. 2 minutes to go, and he's going back into the pits. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it for
I don't think
Daniel.
he'll get out. It takes ages to go back into the pits and then come back out. I think that's his session over.
Well. 2nd last time out. Primus is retired. He's 10th for the moment, so Primus, I think, is thinking strategy. He's thinking, that's the best I can possibly do on the medium tyres. If it gets me through, it gets me through. If it doesn't, at least I'm on strategy still. Right, Raikkonen's on an outlap. He feels he needs to do more. Blazer and Scotsman are the only ones that can change the fates. Quaker also 9th, in danger as well. Yep, so down to Scotsman and Blazer. Blazer's a little bit further around, coming through turn... I think that is turn 13, I think it is? No, it's more than... Yeah, 13. 13 or 14. Up on his time, he needs to find 6 temps though. And I think it was only a couple. So let's see. Rumbles over the curbs. He needs to beat a 29.5. 29.3! Puts Primus out.
Scotsman's on a lap.
Now, yes, and now that puts Quaker in 10th and in danger of being eliminated. Blazer just about sneaks through into Q3. And Scotsman is on course because he's near 7 tenths up. Goes slightly wide though. One more corner. And he put himself in to qualifying. Can he knock Quaker Oats in the Red Bull out? I think he can.
Yeah.
29-1. Wow. How it changes from week to week, Vettel. Daniel, who finished 2nd, will start 13th. Quaker, who got 3rd, will start 11th.
P11 is definitely quite an advantageous spot to start. Fresh tyres and further of the grid than everybody else.
Very close all the way through, apart from obviously the gap that Webber has there, but everybody else separated by 4 tenths there, all the way down. And Blazer Gun scraped through by 100th of a second over Quaker. That's one of those things. So, Pedist, as you say, I don't think he joined back in. That was a bit risky there, Blazer. Went very close to the barrier. Obviously, if you crash now, you won't be taking part in Q3, so don't stop doing that. The pits and rest up. There we go. Yeah, so Tedis didn't join back in. Daniel will start 13th. Primus 12th. Quaker Oats 11th. And as you say, though, at least they start on fresh tyres.
Yeah, I think it's quite important. Well, it's actually quite a good thing starting there. It's such a heavy tyre track.
Right, so there we go. So Quaker, Primus, Daniel, and Tedist will be eliminated from Q2, and the top 3, Vettel.
In P1, we have CRL Webber on a 28.4 on mediums. Good lap. Second, we have Kid Cuddy, who is 28.8. Third, we have Luigi in the Mercedes on a 28.9.
And it's just occurred to me we have 3 Scotsmen in the top 10. It's only just occurred to me there. Obviously Luigi, Scotsman, and who's the other one? I think who the other one was. Race director. There we go. Tom Eco is the other Scotsman in this top 10. Primus. Narrowly missed out on Q3 this time out. I believe you were similar situation in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Australia was not really a strong time for me. I think it's just because the rust had set in. I mean, I won last year, but the new breed in F4 are proven to be quite quick. Outdone the old breed. So trying to deal with the likes of Cuddy, Skyline, Vibing, quite a few new faces. It's good to see the new faces are actually quick in the F4 division, but unfortunately, I tried taking a slight gamble for Q2 for this race. I wanted to just do the one lap on the mediums, but however, I lost time in the second sector, just lost a little bit, and it just set me back. And I thought, you know what, this might be fine, because a lot of people went onto the hards, but then as soon as everyone came out on softs and stuff, I was just like, we're not soft, we're like more onto mediums, and quicker times got set. I mean, I think it was a 28.4 set by Weber.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Like, that is... I mean, I did F2 yesterday, and I think they maybe even struggled to get that kind of time. So that was really quick from Weber there. Really good job from him. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good because, what happened in Australia was really just bad luck because I got caught in the whole turn 1 turmoil. But I'm hoping for today in the race, maybe not such bad luck like I had got last week. Main goal, though, top 10. I just want to score some points, at least get some redemption back for last week.
You pretty much answered all my questions without even me asking them.
Wavelengths, mate. Wavelengths.
Jeez. What do you think about your teammate? Obviously, he had a race to somewhat put behind last week. Looks to be on it pace-wise tonight. Obviously, you're backing him. I presume you are. In this session, what do you reckon he can get? Front 2 rows? Maybe?
I mean, he is my teammate, and I don't want to put him down. In brutal honesty, if I went for the top 3, it'd definitely be CCRL, Weber, and Top, because he's just got such incredible pace. Kid Cuddy second, and maybe, just maybe, Loogie third. But I don't think we can rule out the likes of Junior and Skyline, Raikkonen as well, the old faces from F4 last year. Third for me, hard to say, but definitely going to be CCRL and Kid Cuddy guaranteed in the top 2.
What are you feeling on strategy?
See,
My strategy?
Yeah, how are you feeling on it?
Well, to be honest, I actually felt more groove on the harder compound tyres than I did on the softs. It's just me, because obviously everyone else finds it differently. They prefer the soft tyres. Most likely, I'm going to try and mix it up. Obviously, leave it as a little bit of a surprise going in, but all I can say is you're probably going to exclude out the soft compound tyres.
good boy. Wink, wink.
Not going for those softs. I'm going to mix it with the mediums and the hards, but I'm not going to tell you which one I'm going to start on. So, got that little excitement factor for the race.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for your thoughts and comments, and again, answering all my questions even before I said them. So, you're welcome.
It's the commentator wavelength,
Yes, it's good minds think alike. But yeah, good luck in your race today or tonight. Obviously, you start in 12th. You're on fresh tyres, so should be good. It is dry for the race, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought I'd better ask. Oh, good. Good. Oh, actually, no. I wanted it to rain. What am I saying?
No rain dances, Brundle. No rain dances.
Not even clouds.
No, not even clouds. So it's not like going to be like Abu Dhabi last year for F1. No, F4 when you had slight clouds coming over. Looking like it might rain. Not this time in the desert, mate.
Okay, fair enough. But have a good race, and yeah, see you on the other side.
Thank you, guys, and enjoy the calm session.
Thank you very much. And I made a noise because Monster Skyline spun at the turn 13. Ice curb on the inside there is waiting very good. That's what you need to do. Be careful, though, because you can't get the squall off if you're driving the wrong way, mate. Oh! No! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're just taking up Tomiko. Oh,
Yeah, I just
we
saw that.
waited and waited. Oh, he drove at the wrong time. Oh. Gutting. Eco wiped out on the spot. Oh, that's one of those moments when, as soon as you drive out, you're like, ah, bad word.
Yeah.
Fudge. Yeah, Tom's not going to be happy with that at all.
No, I can't
Meantime-
imagine it'd be.
Meantime, though, provisional pole, Raikkonen at the moment in the Alpha. Very nice on the 27.8.
I imagine
That's
Webber's
half
got the sandbags.
Yeah. You deployed them now? You deploy them now? Should have deployed them earlier. Alright, so current top three, Raikkonen, Cuddy and Lugi at the moment. Webber 4th, Junior 5th. Skyline unfortunately is going to drop after that because he did get a 5-place grid penalty with that incident. I kind of feel for Tomika. I mean, unfortunately, I do not have a track map, and that's one thing I still would love to have. Because obviously he must have been looking at that and then thought, oh, I've got a gap. Hang on, I don't. It's one of those things, isn't it? Just one of
Yeah.
those human error mistakes.
Got a feel for Tom.
Yeah. Right, so we carry on. So I reckon this hot lap's going to be on Kid Cuddy Webber, but I'll let you know when he comes round to start his lap, his attempt to knock Raikkonen off the top spot. We got Blazer 7th, Scotsman 8th, and Vibing Low yet to set a time in 9th. Jeez.
I do believe Cuddy made a mistake on his lap.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine
I'm
Webber did
pretty
as well.
I'm pretty sure Cuddy and Webber can hit a 27. Pretty sure they can. I mean, Webber, for example, was only 2/10 quicker than his Q2 time on mediums. So we know he made a massive mistake on his lap. Cuddy
Yeah.
actually going out early, but here's the lap. Vettel, take us through it. See what he can do.
Planted throttle up to the line, DRS activated. Hard braking into turn 1. Very sharp right-hander. And straight back on the power, hit as much of that curve as possible. Take a little on the right, then DRS again. Aggressive downshifts, another sharp right, straight back on the power, then my favourite part of the circuit, the left-right. Bit like Turkey, I believe. Another hard braking point. Oh, then lock up. Straight back on the power again. And the trickiest corner on the track. Straight back on the power, DRS. Try and take as much of the curve as you can coming into this corner. Another aggressive left. Straight back on the power. Then miss the ice curve completely. Out of 4. Oh, straight back on again.
It's a good lap.
Out of
Tense
4.
up.
Take a little bit of curb. Straight back on the power again. DRS and across the line.
Oh!
27.9.
Sneaks ahead of Junior, who just popped up to 3rd. Ooh. A few mistakes there. A few lockups, as you mentioned there, Vettel. So, definitely more there if he's got enough. To save ERS. Raikkonen on an outlet, leaving it very, very late. That's the only thing with Kid Cuddy. He's left a minute or so on the table for others to use.
I think
As Blazers.
Cuddy spun. He's in
Oh,
the
no.
nearly in the wall.
Oh, that's him done. Second at best for him. No, he's definitely not gonna get round in time again.
Yeah,
So
Lugi's
that's his
abandoned.
qualifying done and over. Oh, Lugi's on it as well.
Junior can go
This
for
is
a
a
lap.
pressure. Can he? Minute 14.
Yeah, he'll easily make it.
Is he though?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
he's
he
coming up
is.
to the last corner.
Oh, I was talking about Lugi.
Ah, okay.
Talking about, yeah, there, Lugi's done. Lugi's done. Junior's done as well. So who's going to challenge Raikkonen? Skyline's on a lap as well, but maybe he's got that 5 place grid penalty. Blazer
And there's
on an
Weber.
out lap. Right, Weber. There's a bit of lag every time I change driver, but here we go. Weber, 28 flat. First sector, only up by 800ths of a second. Goes into the tricky right-hander. You know that this double left-hander you're coming up, you're saying how tricky it is. I call it as one of, if not the most difficult corner on the whole calendar, as Weber demonstrates there, goes a little bit too deep.
Yellow flag.
Oh, wide again on the curb.
Only 800.
28-1. 28-1 for Skyline. He's a tenth and a half down. This is not good for Weber. He showed so much pace in Q1 and 2. He has put the sand back in.
Raikkonen is
No.
a 10th up.
Raikkonen's on
Looking
it.
like a good
Raikkonen
lap.
could be on for pole here. But here comes Weber. Has he improved? No! P6! P6 for Weber. The Scotsman is 3.5 seconds down. Only Blazer. And yeah, Lugi didn't make it. Or did he make? No, Lugi did make it, but he's a couple of attempts down on his lap. Let's pick on Raikkonen, who's improving on his pole position time here. I think only Blazer can topple him. Blazer or Scotsman, but I think Scotsman was down as well. But can Raikkonen improve on his time?
He can.
He doesn't. Blazer 3 tenths up. Coming through middle sector, Blazer could spoil the party. Here he goes
Needs
to the
another
Williams. Puts it for the line. P5. No.
And
enough.
Skyline's in the pits.
Raikkonen pole position. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Well.
Yes, Alpha pole position.
Brilliant stuff. I think that's his first pole of RSF1.
Could well be.
I commentated most of F4 last season. I'm pretty sure he didn't get pole because Tigosaurus and
Ibitsu.
yeah, got most of the poles. He might have got one before. Jeez, because Raikkonen was a little bit sneaky through Q1 and Q2, hasn't he? Because he wasn't at the top, just there or thereabouts, and he comes in right at the end. But the top 4 separated by less than a tenth. Raikkonen, Cuddy, Lugi, and Junior. Brilliant stuff. Very nice. Right, so Raikkonen, Kid Cudi on the first row, Lugi and Junior on the second row, Blazer and Weber it would be on the third row, then Vibing Scotsman, Tom Eco, and I think that will also mean who was 11th. Quaker Oats will start 10th, member on fresh tyres, and Skyline will drop to 11th. Of course, we'll never know what Tom Eco could have done, unfortunately, with that incident there, but great stuff from Raikkonen and Vettel. Great stuff.
Great stuff.
I still feel this is anybody's though, because of how close those top 4 were, and of course, Weber, I think the pressure got to him there.
Yeah, I believe his time was slower than he was in Q1. on soft.
It was 2/10 quicker.
Ah.
2/10 quicker. And mediums is about a good half a second. Someone's wetted up. Weber.
Weber.
Goodness me. You're letting Ferrari down. Ah, he's readied up, and unfortunately that is going to be a penalty coming his way.
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone's got their setup and strategy ready. And
right.
I'm the one person I'm thinking of is Wobbles. He ain't going to get his setup done in time unless he's got it saved. And that's his teammate. Aye. Alright, so we'll get set. Hopefully everybody's going to be there. Slow away, but yeah, let's get going. Earlier than what we planned, but where we go, Vettel. Take us through.
Starting in P20, we have G13 Wobbles. In P19, we have Fundog in the McLaren. 18th, we have the other Alfa Romeo of Zombie Head. 17th, we have the McLaren of RSF1 Eagle. 16th, we have Boda in the Toro Rosso. 15th, we have Porter CGN for Renault. 14th, we don't have Tedest. He isn't in the lobby. 13th, there's Daniel P45 for Haas. 12th, we have Primus Gaming for Mercedes. 11th, we have Monster Skyline for Renault. 10th, we have Quaker Oats for Red Bull. 9th, we have Tom the Maniac for Toro Rosso. 8th, we have RSF1 Scotsman for Haas. 7th, we have Vibing Low for Williams. 6th, we have CCRL Weber. 5th, we have LR Blazer Guns for Williams. 4th, we have RSF1 Junior for Racing Point. 3rd, we have Lugi for the Mercedes. 2nd, we have the other Red Bull of Kid Cudi. And in our pole position, we have the Alfa Romeo of RSF1 Raikkonen.
Right, thank you very much. Yeah, as you said, Tedist unfortunately has not made it back into the lobby. I think someone did tell him. I didn't. I don't think you did. But someone obviously has told him because he was lagging in and out, and I believe it's like 3 or 4 times. And then you have to leave because of the connection. So, several drivers going to be watching out for. First driver on the hards is actually Porter on the 15th, and Eagle 17th. Zombie and Fundog, they got to climb way up on their soft strategy and hope they can hang on in there. Of course, fresh tyres is obviously 10th. Downwards, Skyline will not be on fresh tyres. But of course, we've got Weber. We know he showed the pace in Q2, but he's got a lot of overtaking to do on 6th.
Some pretty difficult overtakes as well.
Did Wobbles get his setup on in time? Is my concern as well. Here we go, 29 laps. 19 drivers going to take us through the action of this Bahrain Grand Prix. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's go, go, go. And Raikkonen got the slowest start. I think Cuddy's up on the inside of the Mercedes. And Lugi's trying to go down through the middle. Here we go, down into turn 1. It's an Alfa right up in the pit lane. As they go into the first corner. Oh, there's a bit of contact on the back.
Vibing has damage.
Yeah. Raikkonen keeps the lead, but Cuddy is up on the inside of Raikkonen down into turn 4 and takes the lead away. But Raikkonen's got it from the switchback. Oh, is he going to back out? He's going to have to. Yep, so Cuddy takes the lead just ahead of Raikkonen with Lugi in 3rd, Vibe in 4th, Blazers up to 5th. There's the position. There we got 3 wide. Hello. Quaker Oats up the inside of Primus and Junior. So Primus has had a good start up there, but he's side by side with Quaker Oats trying to go right around the outside of the double left hand. Oh, Racing Point and a Ferrari, laggy Ferrari in there. That's Weber down there in 7th. Frantic start 2x2. What are we doing back here? Skyline and Junior. Oh, Skyline and Junior.
Primus has done a great start.
Yeah, there's a few cars jumping about at the moment. Hopefully they all calm down a little bit as we go through. But Primus up 6 places. What a start from him. Fantastic. Junior's down 8 though. Has he had damage? No, he's just getting shuffled out. Oh, the Haas of Daniel behind. Wobbles is up to 14th.
He's going down the inside of Daniel P45. He doesn't have the straight line
Quaker's
speed.
in the pits. Quaker's in the pits. Where is he? Yeah, he's got damage. And as his zombie heads are there, casualties on the first lap. Oh, frantic stuff.
Oh, Fun Dog spun.
Oh, he's had a rough time. First race nerves and all that.
And he's on the soft
Cuddy.
tyres as well.
Yeah. Not being comfortable or qualifying. Scotsman's got past Border at the back. Scotsman's had a rough start. He's down 7. Junior's down 7. Primus up 6 and Porter up 5. Wobble's up 7. It's up to 13th from the back. A good start. Few damage there, Vettel, as you said, though. So they will hamper it later. But Cuddy, perfect start at the front.
Yeah, he's pulling quite a good gap out to Raikkonen.
Yeah, Lukey up to stays in third. The two Williams, 4th and 5th, and then we got a bit of a train
Webber,
behind as
3
Webber's already
penalty.
got a penalty. Don't need to learn from me. The penalty already after lap 2. Yeah, a bit of a train now behind Vibing. Got Primus, Webber, Tom Eco, and Skyline.
Yeah, Vibin's got
In
the
there.
damage. Yeah, he's coming at the pits now.
Yuki close to Raikkonen. Cuddy seems to be pulling away at this stage as Vibing's in the pits. Yep, damage. Let's have a look. He did. Few people. Bit of damage. So far, so good. Primus defending heavily up on the inside of Webber. Just about gets it. And Toro Rosso of Tom trying to nick in there as well. Oh, slightly sideways. Oh, yellow flag set to 1. That's Daniel. Oh, Daniel's been off. Up through turn 4. As Quaker gets the penalty. Battles all the way. But this midfield looks very, very interesting there, Vettel. About 4 or 5 cars back here.
Yeah, Wobble's up to P11.
Wobble's amazing start. It's on fresh tyres, don't forget. But as everyone else, or a few drivers were in front of him.
Porter's on a
Up there in 11th.
good run as well.
Hard tyres for Porter. Where did he start? He was down in 15th. And we crashed out in Q2 at the start.
Let's start for
As,
Primus there. Very good.
As Lukey has DRS on the back of Raikkonen. The frontline speed of the Mercedes. I don't think he has enough though.
Another Ferrari
Raikkonen's
power
slight-
of the Alpha.
It's slightly deep into turn 1. But you can have another crack at it up to turn 4. Still an overtake. He's going full out attack on it, even though his ERS is very low at the moment. He's going to have to start saving a little bit. Raikkonen has about 35%. As Primus and Webber going side by side. Webber's got through the inside of Primus through turn 4. And Primus backs out of it for now. So Webber's already lost 2.2 seconds in front to Blazer, who has already lost the front 3. Train of the 2 Renaults, Juniors in there in 10th. So far so good.
What exactly happened to Junior?
I'm not sure. I just think he just got shuffled. He doesn't have damage. It's just the fact this midfield it's one of those things. Once you get passed by 1, you get passed by about 5 or 6. You just need to get that momentum back. And that's the only thing it was. But this train of cars now. It's the DRS train. Always Webber goes very wide there. The 2 Renault. Porter intrigues me here because he is keeping up with these guys on hard tyres.
He'll be very quick at the
Junior
end.
though. He's got Junior though right behind. Look at this train of cars. This is ridiculous. Top of it is Primus, so I don't think he's close enough to Webber. He's the only one who doesn't have DRS in this train. To Porter can have a look. Oh, Junior brakes. Oh, got caught out. Got caught out by the fact that Porter probably broke earlier than what he thought. And he's dropped off this train, so he's not going to have the DRS. Oh, Fun Dog speeding in the pit lane.
He's boxed again.
Yeah, rough start to his career in RSF1 there, Fun Dog. I'm sure he'll be back. We'll be fine.
I'm sure Zombie Head will take P18.
Yeah. Hard tyres now. We would have to pit again, I'm afraid, Vibing, Zombie and Fun Dog. I don't think ours will get to the end from here. Biggest 19 laps, fresh hards. That's how much I could take him. Porter has got past Skyline. I think that's a bit of team orders there, because Porter's looking very comfortable on those hard tyres. I think Skyline's just letting him through, just... Yep, off you go in front, so... Porter looks very good at the moment for this.
I don't really know the difference between them after 5 laps, but I imagine Porter's tyres will be...
Oh! Goodness me, Loogie! That was a risky move. Oh, Jesus Christ, there was a chasm. Oof. There was a chasm of room on the right-hand side for Loogie to use. And he tried to use, like... There was a car width on the left, but he decided to use it, tried to go through, Raikkonen like fending him off as if to say, what are you doing? So Loogie stays behind.
Raikkonen's losing quite a lot of time to Kid Cudi.
Yeah, it's because he had to defend from Loogie, so it's giving Cuddy that breathing space, although it just seems to be stabilising at 2 seconds at the moment. 0.1 now, so just keep bouncing him up. This train of cars is not going away. Primus is not letting Webber go. And Webber is actually catching to Blazer in front. That gap was about 2.5 seconds, so Blazer's not finding these tyres comfortable. Webber's using a lot of his track limits here.
Yeah, he already has one penalty.
Oh, Domico. A bit too far wide. Turn 13. Yeah, Blazer's dropping off the top 3. Lugie's going to have another crack at Raikkonen for second. Because he's got so much... Again! Again! I think it's going to work this time. Raikkonen... No.
You should get the DRS now.
See if he can get the exit back onto Loogie. Don't think he did. No, Loogie takes second place. But an Orthodox is alright. Porter's got past Tom. I think Tom's in an off. Maybe because both Renaults have passed him. So Porter's up to 7th now. And looking at the back of Primus, this is really good pace from Porter at the moment. Very good.
Weber has got by, he's pulled out 1.5 seconds on Primus, leaving him vulnerable to Porter.
Don't know what happened to Tom. Does he have damage? He's slowing down. He does have damage front right, and he's trying to stay ahead of Junior. No, tried to, locked up horrendously. He's got front right wing damage. I think there must have been contact with one of the Renaults. But he's struggling now. I feel really, really sorry for Tom because he mustn't like Renaults at this point, I would think.
Yeah,
oh, Junior trying to go on the outside. Oh, that was risky.
Made it stick.
I'm going to be in the pits. He's now got wobbles behind him.
Yeah.
So sorry. Both times. Double slipstream. Both Renaults having a look at Primus. This is a little bit Skyline on board with. Rubbling over the curbs, can't do it. Oh, careful, Sky. I nearly stuck his nose in. But here comes Porter. Having another crack up to turn 4. He's got very low ERS, so he's got to get this move done, I feel. Primus defending up on the inside. The ball with Skyline once again. Got a good view, but Porter cannot find a way this time.
He needs to keep the ERS off. Save it up for the main straight.
Yeah, very low in ERS at this present time.
Yeah, Primus got
Bobbles
a
and
lot
the time
more.
penalty.
Webber's in
Webber.
there 7/10 behind laser guns.
Fastest lap at the moment, 32.9s, 32.2 for Kid Cudi up front. Very good pace at the moment, and now Raikkonen seems to be keeping up the back of Lugi, and Lugi was catching Cudi in the middle sector, but it's dropped a little bit now. But he seems to be in a little bit of control at the moment. It's hovering around the 2 seconds. Webber, is this a chance? On Blazer.
Raikkonen's gone deep.
Close enough. Oh, vibing's off. Where is that? Is that the ice curb? Of
Webber's
turn
going down
14?
inside.
Up. Yeah, Webber past Blazer. Yeah, vibing was turn 14, 13. And is it turn 8, 9?
It's
10,
turn 12,
11,
I think.
12, 13.
Ah, 13.
13, yeah. In 8 and 9 is this double left-hander. Webber now up to 4th. Got 4.5 seconds pretty much. The 3rd now. Quaker's back in the pits. Quaker's had a rough race. Very rough race. Podium last time out. They'd be very lucky to get points this time. But Webber, can he track down this top 3? Raikkonen, oh jeez. He's now latching on the back of Lugi. I don't think either Lugi or Raikkonen at this stage had the capability of catching Cudi.
I don't think Webber
At
can
this-
either. He's really far back.
Although Cudi's ERS is at 6%, so although Lugi's is at 6% as well, of the 3, Raikkonen's in the better shape by a mile. You can't use it at the moment. To track these two down, he's got to overtake Lugi again. Fast set to 2 as Porter and Primus, with Skyline just watching thinking, come on teammate, get past the way can. And here we go. Skyline once again. Yeah, Porter looks to be the quicker. Ahead of Primus, just trying to find a way through, and Primus is defending that position very, very nicely at the moment. Blaze has not let Webber go, but Webber is catching the top 3. Thing is with this track, Vettel, it seems it's what I figured with last night as well. It's very difficult if you're out of a DRS train to then get into it, and then once you're in it, you're perfectly fine as long as the car in front has good pace.
It's a very trainy track.
Any track.
Yeah.
Oh, Raikkonen. Here we go. The retaliation on Lugi. Lugi has barely any ERS to defend. Into the overtake. Up on the inside. Can you get the move done? Yes, just about.
And he's got the
As
DRS
Webber.
as well.
Webber ran the outside of Blazer. Oh, Blazer's. That's his Blazer trying to overtake Webber. Let's see, it's right up the gearbox. Up to turn 4. Whoa! Webber straight in front of his nose.
That could have got very nasty.
Yeah. Oh.
Is Lugi got an issue? He's
Yeah,
lost
Lugi
it.
dropped off. A heap amount of time. I did think I was on board a Blazer and there was a car. Right in front. Skyline's pitted, and in the meantime, I think he's just going to get clean air. Yeah, he can take paths to the end, so that's a good call from Skyline. He's now in clean air. See if he can put in consistent laps. But yeah, Lugi's dropped off. It's a chance for Raikkonen. Can he catch Cuddy without any pressure?
Bottas by Primus.
Oh yeah, I missed that as well. A little battle's going on. Oh, Porter! Had to ease off that. He had a little bit. Yeah, he had to snap off the throttle. Otherwise, he's going to spin. Yeah, damn it. Cuddy's in. Big Cuddy is into the pit, so trying to get undercut. Webber's in as well.
Good stop.
Hard tyres for the pair of them, I should feel. Again, a little bit of lag of, yeah. A little bit of lag through the there. Oh, Scotsman in the Haas is sped. There's quite a few in the pits at the moment. So Cuddy. Oh, Cuddy, this is not good for him. He's out behind Daniel. Just gets out ahead of Eagle, but he's in traffic.
I do believe the cut is pretty powerful here.
Yeah. Skyland's got very close to Webber as well in that, but he's fighting his teammate. But this is the chance for Raikkonen if he can have a good in-lap, because Cuddy's now got a lot of dirty air of the Haas in front of him, of Daniel. With the chance that Raikkonen needs. All spread out in the moment, but just wait for the pit strategy. So here we are. This is the issue that Cuddy's got, because Daniel needs to pit in the next couple of laps, and he's not going to let Cuddy go through. So Cuddy's just got to be patient, but all this time he's just losing.
Raikkonen in the pits and Lugi.
Yeah, this is opportunity. That's now set to 1.
It's
there.
Fun
And a rough race. Very rough race. So Daniel's in the pits. At least Cuddy gets DRS, but where's Raikkonen? I think Cuddy keeps the lead. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And it's not good for Raikkonen though, because he's behind Eagle, who's yet to pit. And Eagle's on hard. Oh, Eagle's on hard tyres, so Raikkonen's going to get a big move on to overtake Eagle.
Yeah, I know exactly how frustrating it is being stuck behind someone on a different strategy.
Yeah. Right, so let's see who's pitted. So Skyline has done the jump on Primus ahead, so I would think when Porter does pit eventually, Skyline will be ahead of his teammate, but Porter will be
slower tyres.
on. Yeah, Porter will be on much faster mediums towards the end. Right, so that leaves Porter in the lead, who is yet to pit, obviously, with wobbles in sec. Oh, there's a clearing off of Eagle. Or is it Fun? No, it's Fun Dog.
It's Fun Dog.
Fun Dog letting everybody through.
Has he been lapped yet?
Yeah, it's just been lapped. Right, so Porter leads. Wobbles in second. Eagle yet to pit as well. As our Wobbles, no! Speeding in the pit lane for Wobbles. He's into the pits, Cuddy with the fastest lap. Wobbles, where's Wobbles going to come out? He's going to be
10, I think. Maybe 11.
Yeah, probably behind Junior, I think. Close to Junior.
Gonna be close. No.
Right, so 11th.
And I believe Junior's on a 0 penalty. Yeah, no penalty.
Yeah. So Porter and Eagle now. Anyone's yet to pit. outside the top 10. We got Scotsman in 12th and Daniel 13th. So at the moment, no points for Haas or Toro Rosso. They're 14th and 15th. As Raikkonen has made a huge error, and Lugi's up the inside. This is for position. Raikkonen made a mistake out of turn 8 and 9, and Lugi's there to capitalise. So he's back through into a net second.
Yeah, and it's allowing a way better catch up. But I do believe he'll get a penalty for readying up early.
Yeah. The 10-second, I believe, for this race if he finishes. Right, so Lugi now still has to overcome Eagle, who again is not pinning anytime soon. Lugi fastest lap, and that is 4/10 quicker than Cuddy's. But he's got to find a way past Eagle. Eagle very deep into the turn. Still side by side though. Eagle cuts the corner to give room, but he gets a penalty for it. This might be a chance for Raikkonen potentially to get involved here. He's got to get past Eagle. Oh, Lugi understeers into Eagle. So Eagle's going to stay in front. This is not what Lugi needs. And all this is just going to allow Webber to catch up. You see that Ferrari in the background.
Yeah, 5/10 in the first sector alone.
This is going to be super frustrating for Lugi because he feels, especially that fastest lap, he feels that he can get by, maybe catch Cuddy. In some ways, I want him to, because the battle for the lead. Here it comes up on the inside now, surely. Well, he's got this done. Yep. But then now the issue he has is when it gets to the front straight, Webber, Eagle's going to have DRS on him. Might pass him back.
Oh, Lugi on the lockup.
Raikkonen is going to move by swiftly. You'd think he wouldn't want to let that Mercedes get out of sight. And yet he's going to lunge. Oh, slight tyre touch. It's alright. But Eagle's going to retaliate back.
At least it's not like a Ferrari then.
Yeah, is he going to lunge it? Raikkonen says, not on your life. Oh, Webber. Webber tried to go on the outside of Eagle. Eagle's just like, Eagle's thinking, I'm trying to get to my pit stop. And you got all these front runners surrounding him. Oh, Webber trying to force the door. It's not going to open. So Cuddy now, for all this, has got a 6-second gap.
Another large margin. He's not really getting on Porter too much though. I haven't said that.
No. Well, he doesn't need to. It's racing these guys behind, and this is all it's doing. This is all the reason why. Oh! Raikkonen had to sort of dart out of the way of Lugi there. Ah, fun dog. 5-second penalty for corner cut. That's a severe one. You must have a straight line somewhere.
He missed the entirety of turns 3 and 4.
Oh, jeez. Had a good time. Webber's got past Eagle. But Raikkonen is right up the gearbox of Lugi. Here we go again. Lugi defending up on the inside. This time goes to the middle. Didn't stay to the right-hand side. I was like, okay, there you go. Here's a door. Raikkonen slips through. Oh, parks the apex. Lugi tries to go through. Junior fastest lap. 10th at the moment. Right, can Lugi tally up to turn 4? That's a lunge! Raikkonen gives him the room. Oh, they're both side by side. Don't someone back out, please. Oh.
No, neither of them have, though.
No.
Contact.
Oh, good driving.
Somehow Raikkonen's still ahead. Oh, Lugi down the inside.
Lugi! No. Somehow. This is boiling over. Boiling over somewhat. Lugi. It's the thing when you're overtaking, as much as frustrating it is, as a Williams in the background blazer lights up his tyres. Trying to
great racing.
Overtake. It's good racing, yeah. Oh, Fun Dog's out. I think he retired in the pits, so he's had enough. Oof, baptism of fire for Mr. Fun Dog there. He'll be fine when it comes to China next week. We carry on. So, Porter pits now. Where's Porter going to come out on all this? Everyone else in the entire grid is on hard tyres, apart from Porter now. He's going to be on mediums, I would assume, to the end.
Yeah, mediums.
That's the situation. Oh, Eagle's in. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Eagle. I thought Eagle was in this battle. It's not. Oh, Loogie! Oh!
7.
Jeez! Loogie, late on the brakes, then he takes out Raikkonen side by side with Webber. Oh, contact!
He's in the wall, out. He's out.
Oh, bit of bumper cars. Never works.
Yeah, the Ferrari is damaged as well.
Yeah, so both of them, well, both of them lose out, to be fair.
I didn't really
I think
see
that was a little bit of a, that looked like a bit of hip and shoulder there.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame for Loogie. Hard fought race, but he is out. And Webber with damage. Does that put Blazer and Skyline into a potential podium? Blazer runs deep. Skyline into 4th. As I say that,
Horses all over the back of Primus already.
Yes, I was gonna say, let's not forget about Porter. He's on medium tyres, and he's got to do this one at a time now. Cannot rush these overtakes.
He's got quite a lot of laps to do it in as well.
Yeah.
Those hards are pretty dead by the end of the race.
Primus has got 4 ERS. So this is the first target. And he's got nearly 4 seconds up to Blaze on his teammate. He'll go through sector 2. Bodder had a mistake.
Fitted.
No, Webber's gonna wait it out. Skyline and Blazer are going side by side. Primus stays ahead of Porter. Somehow. Porter's on the faster tyre. Couldn't make the move stick. Oh! Late into turn 4. Webber's somehow keeping pace, you know. There he is. I mean, oh, Blazers again. I think turn 8 and 9, he keeps having trouble with that turn. On deep again. Lost a second and a bit.
I think he has brake problems.
Order.
Around that corner.
And else. Primus has been defending very, very good so far this race, and again shuts the door for Porter. Let's take a couple of laps to get new tyres into it, and I think here we go.
It's allowing
Got
Junior to close up.
Yeah. Oh, again? No. He's not.
He doesn't really have the ERS, I don't think.
No, this is the problem. Oh, Junior again! Oh! Oh! I feel he want that penalty removed there because he just had to avoid Porter on the left-hand side, and the game was like, ran over curbs. Yeah, Webber. He does have damage, doesn't he?
Yeah,
front left.
Front right. Yeah, left. Sorry.
Skyline's not catching him. And he's even catching Raikkonen at the moment. Or he's not letting Raikkonen get away. Weird. All credit to him.
Maybe he's winning a high downforce car.
Yeah. Still 9 laps to go in this race, and still feel if Porter can find a way past this roadblock of a Mercedes, I feel he can catch Blazer in front, but it's just finding a way by. Junior's still watching the pair of them. Last corner, surely now it's just got a tiny bit of ERS. He's got a little bit of overtake to use. Using that power of the Renault. Let's see if he can go around the outside of Primus. Primus still there on the inside. Yeah.
Oh, bit of contact.
I think so. Primus is going to attempt back into turn 4. Primus wants this 6th place. Oh, slight contact, rub of tyres. There, Junior's just saying, alright, there we go, Porter's through. Right, he's going to knuckle down now. As Junior is going to trying to capitalise on Primus's lost momentum here.
I believe that Monster Skyline is a net P3 at the moment. So I believe Weber has a 3 second
Oh, Blazer!
penalty.
Blazer's go back through. As soon as you say that, cast him. Oh,
switch back.
Don't go side by side through there. Why did I sound like a sheep? I do not know. Right, Blazer back ahead. This is an intense battle, but they're not catching Weber because of it. Doesn't even podium. Oh, Scotsman! No!
As he crashed at
Thompson's
the
out. Is that ice curb? Yep. Oh, left hand
deadly
side.
corner.
Left hand side, not right hand side.
He might have lost the rear and overcorrected.
Yeah. Junior. DRS and Mecha Primus. As Blazer and Skyline are still going. As Junior right on the outside. Oh, nice. Very nice stuff. Primus up to turn 4 though. Returns the favour. Can he? Junior still on the inside. Primus right on the outside. Returns the favour indeed. Whew.
Tom the Eco Maniac's back in the points.
I was going to say how. Wasn't he? Yeah, because didn't he have a... He had a front wing damage, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Which he did repair, so... Yeah, good stuff from Tom Eco. So 2 battles going on here. Primus and Junior. Junior once again. Oh... Who's on left hand? Gee, goodness. Yeah, you got Primus and Junior for 7th. Blazer and Skyline for 4th at the moment. 2 of them, or the 4 of them, going hammer and tong for this.
They could be on for P3 if they work together, just to close the gap down to the...
They're not working together. They're not working together, Phil. Side by side once again. And Skyline with the speed around the outside. There we go. But Blaze is going to tally up to turn 4 potentially. And Ryan or Skyline trying to go up the inside. This is a lunge from Blazer up into turn 4. Oof.
Perfect margins.
Well, they're being caught by Porter though.
Yeah, very
All
quickly.
this battling is so all this battling is doing is allowing Weber to stay in front in 3rd somehow with wing damage, and Porter to catch him. Great to watch though. Please continue. With no contact, obviously. Don't want it to all end in tears. And then you got the Mercedes and Racing Point in the background. Later again.
Junior's got the DRS on Primus. Bit too far back at the moment.
Meanwhile, up at the front, Kid Cudi is just holding a 6.5 second gap. And I'm not talking about much, but nothing really happening. So
Via
far.
Reaper wants an update on the penalties.
Do you want to check them?
I can.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Kid Cody has 0. Raikkonen has only 2 warnings.
All is one away.
Weber has a penalty and 2 warnings. LR
Oh, so he
Blazer
has
Gun.
3 seconds. Eee.
Laser Guns does
Yeah.
have a penalty. Monster Skyline has nothing. Porter is no penalties as well. Primus is on 2 warnings. Junior's on 1 penalty for when he went on the curb. Tom the Ecomaniac has a penalty and quite a few warnings. And
Okay. Wobbles has 1.
yeah, he has
One
a
at
5
least.
second and a 3 second penalty.
Eesh. Right, so... Plus, also, I know this doesn't mean anything now. And of course, if Webber does get on the podium, we will obviously say that he's got it. But there is a definite penalty coming his way for Redding up early on the grid. So let's not forget that. But if these two get within 3 seconds, they can get that podium. But it's 4.2 at the moment because they're still battling. Still battling,
and this is all playing into Porter's hands at the moment.
Yeah, if Porter can get through these two and then chase after Webber, that's a podium for Porter. Which, by the way, when we talk about driver of the day, I'm early shout out for Porter. Up 9 places already. Here comes Ryan again. Skyline trying to overtake Blazer. These two have been locked at it ever since they pitted. Ridiculous. Junior and Primus as well. Oh, this is a big chance. The Skyline's got a good run up to turn 4, but Blazer has... No.
Porter is really closed in.
Now, is Skyline going to let Porter through? Because they did team orders earlier. Is he going to do the same thing?
I'd have thought so to get
We
that
let him through
podium.
already. It's a potential podium. Still needs to catch Palisette. He still needs to overtake Blazer, which Skyline's having trouble of.
He doesn't have enough ERS
Meanwhile-
at the moment.
Meanwhile, 6.5 seconds back from this, but still going hammer and tong is Primus and Junior. And then, for 9th place, you've got Tom and Quaker. No, Tom and Wobble, sorry.
Bubbles.
The 9th. Right. Difficult situation for Renault. Because they got solid points last time out. If they finish 5th and 6th or 4th and 6th or combination of all 3. Oh! It is! Look! Skyline letting him through. Wow. Realizes on medium tyres. Better strategy. As Primus and Junior again. There you go, you two. Still side by side again. Banging front nose to rear diffuser.
Brewing. Yeah, Porter's getting a lot on LR.
Right, so if Porter can overtake Blazer in like the next, either at the end of this lap or beginning of next. I feel like he can if he can get a good run at the last turn, and then he can maybe chase down Webber. He's definitely the fastest, it seems.
Oh,
at the front.
Junior's got by Primus.
It's still they're swapping positions like every half a lap. This is allowing Tom and Wobbles to maybe get involved for this. For 7th, this is battling over. Back to Porter though. Can he get a good run? He can. Only got a tiny bit of ERS. It's the only problem with Porter. His ERS is so low. Let's see. So you can't use
Blazer's
overtake
got
all the
loads.
time. Yeah. That's the problem with Porter. And Webber's low as well.
Even with the front wing damage. Yeah, the gap's down to 4 seconds now. I think LR's having to push a bit.
Yeah. Porter's got to save all this, all throughout the section. Primus and Junior again. Oh no! It's ended in tears. Junior. Sideways. That must have been the lightest of taps.
Oh, did he do the Vettel?
Yeah. I just caught the end of it, but I think it was the lightest of taps that put Junior around, and that is such a shame because that was a good
battle.
Good strong battle there. Such a shame. And he's dropped outside the points because Quaker's got by him.
Yeah, Blazer Guns is really pushing now. He's already gained half a second on Labour.
Yeah, because he's had to defend now. And remember, if they get within 3 seconds, Webber's podium is gone.
Yeah,
I mean, he'd be gone post-race anyway.
Porter will get it. So he hasn't got any at the moment, and I believe Blazer does.
Oh, Blazer, that was a horrible exit. Horrible, Shorty. Shorty, this is it for Porter.
Yeah.
He was wheel spinning and everything, Blazer, and surely Porter can have it.
Literally blazing the tyres.
No, side by side through turn 2. Oh,
Monster Skyline penalty. Got a good run on
Skyline.
LR.
Gonna go on the outside. I think he's trying to help his teammates. They're saying to Blazer, or back off. Right. So Porter's through. Can he
Porter's
now?
got 2 laps to get the second down.
Yeah. Fly for sector 2, Blazer! Is he struggling with those tyres? He'll be locking everywhere.
I think he might be. I do believe he pitted before then.
He's had trouble braking all race long, especially for that last turn that he'd gone through. Porter's not catching Webber, and in fact he's not dropping Blazer behind. He's going to have to. He's going to get over a second. Webber, another penalty. No.
Yeah, another one.
Well, that's it. That's 6 seconds. He's lost the podium. This is the battle for podium now. Freeway tussle between the 2 Renaults and Blazer. Although I think Ryan has penalties, doesn't he? Skyline.
Yeah, he has a 1 penalty.
Blazer has none, doesn't he?
No, Blazer has a penalty as well.
Oh, so this is Porter's. This is Porter's then, if he keeps it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Porter's, isn't it? This is oh, Blazer spun it!
Fun.
No! Oh, and he's reset to track as well. That's a rule, you don't brake. He's... Oh... I don't know what I'm going to say about it. Oh, Junior's gone.
I think he crashed.
Nah, I think he retired in the pits because he sped in the pit lane and then retired soon after. Blazer. Too eager on the throttle. He's down, so... These Renaults scoring good again. This week
yeah, very good.
They were 5th and 7th last week, I think. And I think Skyline's going to drop back. Maybe a keep 5th actually. The gap he's got. See, but we're on the last lap, and I completely missed this. And I think
the gap.
Yeah, Cuddy is a corner away from his 2nd win in a row. We didn't spend much time on him, which I'm sorry for that, but the battle's behind. But Cuddy has won his 2nd race in a row in the Red Bull. Raikkonen comes home in 2nd.
Weber
comes across the line
Porter,
3rd, but it's a
P3.
podium for Porter. Weber
I believe
4th,
with
Skyline
penalties applied,
5th.
Weber will drop down to P6 or P7.
Yeah, probably post-race. Primus 7th, Tomiko 8th, Wobbles 9th, Quaker 10th, and then out the points, Eagle, Daniel, Zombie Head, and Border. We didn't even talk about driver of the day, but I think it's obvious.
Yeah, Porter.
Good position gained. Porter, driver of the day, hands down. Great battling, great overtake, great strategy in the end, and that's because the consistency on the hard tyres. At the start, he was right up there with the others on medium, so
Quite surprised
that's
actually.
what done it.
I thought the mediums would have been much better at the start of the race. But I imagine it's the heavy fuel.
Yeah. Zombie head crossing the line there, and Bodder will be coming home in 14th. So, for Cuddy, what can we say really? Controlled. Took the lead on the first corner ahead of Raikkonen. Oh no, it was fourth corner. And never looked back really. We didn't really speak much about him.
No, he just had a commanding lead for most of the race.
Yeah, and he will take a commanding lead in the drivers because his nearest rival, Daniel, didn't score any points. Quaker, his teammate, salvaged a point in 10th. So Cuddy has the momentum of 2 wins going into China next week, Vettel. So he's put half of one finger on the trophy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Half of one finger. You can't even put a whole finger on it yet because it's still too early, but he's the one to beat already.
Yeah.
He wins in a row.
Helkin, Tomo has put Team Alpha got some work to do.
Both races as well. He's just leading from the front. And yeah, obviously the guys behind were too battling amongst themselves. Obviously you had Lugi and Raikkonen battling between each other, which just made him have the gap. He just controlled it from there. Alright, so there is your race result. Kid Cudi with the race win. RSF1 Raikkonen second in the Alfa Romeo, and third place for Renault. Good points for Renault, third and fifth for them, but Porter, a very well deserved driver of the day, from 15th on the grid to third. Webber fourth. Skyline a good result from 11th to 5th. Blazer going to sit. Primus up to 7th. He's had a good drive as well. Tomiko 8th. Wobbles from the very back up to 9th. Picks up 2 points. Quaker picks up the last... Yeah. Quaker picks up the last point for Red Bull. So... yeah. Very good stuff. Do we have all three in here?
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
Yeah, we do. Hey, something works. Oh, and spoilers, driver of the day is among us. We will not have a fourth person joining. Alright, so Vettel, you do third, I'll do second, I'll do first.
Yeah, good. So Porter.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you third, me second, you first. That's what I meant. Go on. Sorry.
Okay. So Porter, P15 to P3. You must be really thrilled with that. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. My heart is still pumping. Wasn't expecting that to happen. And yeah, obviously I'm very happy. There were quite a few intense battles with Primus and Blazer catching him. Yeah, really, after that quali run, I didn't expect that to happen now.
Great call on the strategy.
Yeah, I
Was this the
mean,
plan?
obviously starting that far in the back, it was the only really, possible solution to take to make up some places. Obviously, had a lot of support in my party from my fellow Renault engineers. I think we had 3 engineers in our party, and yeah, worked out really good.
Jeez, 3 engineers?
Yeah.
Goodness me. Goodness me.
Yeah, teamwork in Renault is really working pretty good, I have to say that. Team garages are really doing their thing.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of team orders in that race between you and Skyline.
Yeah, it wasn't really ordered. It was just, it developed during the race.
Understanding.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say on that as well. Obviously, Red Bull, I believe, will retain the lead in the constructors. But what shows, obviously, from Australia and into this race, obviously early days, of course. But already, you two, yourself and Monster Skyline, are showing consistency, which at the end of the day is my sort of word for whenever I watch a season, I commentate or race it. It's consistency. Do you think, I know early days, as I said, is this an early sign you can maybe challenge the likes of, the Red Bulls and the Haas boys?
Yeah, obviously that's our goal. Especially after last season, where it wasn't really that consistent. Consistency is my prime goal this season. And with Skyline and my team together, I think we're looking pretty good there. So I hope we can carry on like that.
Yeah. Any more questions, Vettel?
No, I was going to say very well done, Porter, on the drive and driver of the day. And on to Brundle to interview Raikkonen.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on driver of the day, Porter. Very well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, moving on to second place, RSF1 Raikkonen. Kind of surprised me in qualifying, if you don't mind me saying, because you were a little bit sneaky in Q1 and Q2, because obviously Webber showed that quite amazing pace really in Q1 and 2. You obviously went through kind of in the first group, so you were showing you were there and thereabouts, but you just seemed like you nailed it in Q3. Absolutely pretty. Yeah, he's sniggering.
And those Alfa Romeo sandbags on.
Well, I was going around in practice all of these earlier, and I was deliberately going outside of the track, picking up sandbags and everything. But unfortunately, the sandbags had holes in them through Q1 and Q2. I don't know. I just managed on the first run at Q3. I just managed to hook the lap up perfectly. Nothing got in my way. Nothing went wrong, no traction issues, and I just hooked it up to the point where, as I say, when I put in the 27.8, I was like, right, okay, I've got to try and get faster, because obviously, like you say, I'd been watching the stats myself. There was Junior up there was Kid Cody up there, Luigi up there, and I was like, right, they're going to really push for me here, and I've got to pull out a storm of a lap. So on my second run, when I was out, I was initially 2/10 up, but then towards the end of the third sector, I just lost so much time. But then luckily my engineer turned around and says, no, you've done it, you've managed to do it, because everyone was bailing off into the pits because they hadn't improved, and I was just like, thank Christ for that.
Yeah, very good. Obviously, unfortunately, you lost the lead on the first lap, and ever since then it seemed that you were in a tight long battle with Luigi in the Mercedes. Swapping positions just allowed Cuddy to get that gap, which obviously you did not lose. Is that a little bit frustrating in a way, or do you feel that obviously Cuddy deserved the victory, but do you feel maybe it got in the way to potentially challenge?
Not really, no. I'm not bittersweet about it or anything like that, because like you say, Cody did what he had to do. He got past me and everything, and I was going to respond to him and everything, but then Luigi started attacking me, so I had to defend. And then like you say, when Luigi and me were battling, obviously I was losing time in that battle, but my main priority was to keep ahead of Luigi to damage limitation. It managed to let Kid Cudi to go off and gain his 6-second lead, but as I got away from Kid Cody, when he unfortunately had a incident with a Ferrari, I think it was Webber, then obviously I was able to keep the same distance. He wasn't pulling away, so it was just basically okay, 6 second lead, which I did mean towards the end of the race get down to 5.4. So there was promise in the pace there, but it was just too little too late kind of thing.
Yeah, but obviously still good result for yourself. 18 points added on to your 8 that you got from Australia. So obviously a little bit better than Australia last week.
Yeah.
Obviously moving on to China. Obviously you won last season in the wet. Obviously believe you're thinking I want wet conditions again.
Oh, I want a monsoon.
Jeez. All right. Bit extreme, but yeah, makes sense.
Crazy.
I want an absolute monsoon.
Right, fair enough. We'll be looking for that. So anyway, congratulations on your second place and a brilliant pole lap to boot. So
Thank you very
well
much.
done. And finally, heading off to the race Victor this week. Hand you back over to Vettel.
So that's 2 wins in a row. Cody, is it Cody or Cody? I don't know. Ah, okay. So, any thoughts? Do you think you could maybe win next week as well?
Porter.
Do 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 do. Sorry, what? Sorry, I'm just singing in the rain.
Anything else, Vettel, you want to add?
I think we're okay. I think we've covered most of the exciting stuff.
Okay. Obviously, I've got one more question for you, Cody. I'm going to get used to calling you Cody because I've been calling you Cuddy now. So it's Cody. Obviously, Momentum, you're the guy now to necessarily beat now, because you necessarily have a target on you. Do you feel maybe a little bit nervous because of that fact? Obviously, you're new, I believe, to RSF1. So you feel maybe a slightly bit nervous that you've got others around you. Obviously, you've got Junior, and you now got Raikkonen there. Lugi's showing his pace. Maybe needs to finish races low, but he still has the ability to beat you. So, what your thoughts going into next week? Or are you just going to try and be consistent as possible? Yeah, 10th between the top 4 in Q3. That's the word of the season.
I've got a question for Bundle. Obviously, when me and Lugi were going into the S's side by side, was you a little bit frightened?
There were many people that went side by side for that corner, and yes, I got a little bit tense. just watch it back. Watch it back. It was, to be fair, a very good race. Perfect response to. I don't know whether you saw last night's Vettel, but perfect response from my view to last night, because obviously last night in F2 was good. This has followed on, so it's all over to you, F1 tomorrow. The big boys, so to speak, to continue on the great racing. Yeah, good stuff, Vettel, wasn't it? I'm very much looking forward to the rest of this season.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, let's wrap things up. So there you go. That's been the F4 division around Bahrain. We spiked at 42 viewers. So thank you very much.
Nice.
Tonight. Obviously, the support is brilliant, and obviously continue that support tomorrow if you want to watch the F1 boys taking around Bahrain. That's going to be ridiculously close. One to watch. Already putting the name out. It's RSF1 Karun around Bahrain tomorrow. He is quick around this track, so let's see if he can bring some points home for Australia. As for F4, we move over to China, where there is a possibility of rain, as Raikkonen pointed out. But yes, a very interesting track coming out. Strategy, as well as good setup, will be the key of the day, as well as that very long straight that you can see down into the hairpin. There'll be plenty of lunges, I'm sure, going into that turn. But obviously, to watch that action, make sure you join us next week, where me and Vettel will be taking you through the action. So, thank you very much for your company, as always, Vettel.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you too.
Thank you, and bye from our top three. So, third place and driver of the day, RSF1 Porter. Second for RSF1 Raikkonen. First, Kid Cudi, his second win in a row. My name is Being RSF1 Bundle, and we will see you next time. Have a very good evening, and take care.
Toodaloo.